We're going to start each of these standards videos with a youth longevity parallel. So the stuff I think all youth should be able to do and all longevity should be able to do. Mom will demonstrate the first one, which is touching the toes with the legs flexed. There you go. She can do it. I think this is something to maintain. My kids are 2 and 3, so this is like too easy for them. It's not really the right time to tell them to do this as a workout. Now, as a workout, you and your family could flex the quads and practice rounding the lower back 20 times as a workout. Those of us in the rest of this video, we maintain doing this palms to floor, but you're gonna see with these next exercises how it's easy to get palms to floor. Any comments on this one?
Yes, this is great for mobility for decades.
Yep. And Mom also does the remaining exercises to keep it nice and snappy for you. You'll be able to see B-roll visuals of those. But she does all these exercises at her own level. And now we'll show you the further levels. Thank you, Mama. Setting the standard. Can you do the longevity standard? Let's make sure we all get there. Bonus tip to increase difficulty without adding weight. Modern shoes elevate the heel. And we live on concrete hardwood floors most of the time. So when you step, your heel doesn't sink in like it would in grass or sand or mud. So if you walked barefoot in the sand, for example, you would get a calf stretch. Whereas if you walk in normal shoes on hard ground, the calves would get stiffer. So I have my family members go on the slant and then try to do the same drill. So you'd want to be able to touch your toes like that, or for a more advanced, touch the ground. So I'm gonna have Mama try this one.
All right.
This will add a bit more stretch where a lot of us get tight. Let's see if she can touch her toes like this. Yeah,
like
standing
this?
full, exactly. So you're going into the board to help balance out years of modern footwear. And let's see if she can touch her toes. Boom, good job. Now going up and down here 20 times, that would be a good workout you could do with relatively little equipment.
Sure.
Awesome. Under control, 20 reps. That's our foundation. And now we'll keep going. Now at age 46, Derek's gonna show you his standard he maintains on this category.
So for me, I found that for my mobility and where I want to maintain, when I feel like people should be able to maintain for a longevity standard, is wrist below toes. Getting your hands to the ground is good, but to stay athletic, to stay in the game and still stay competing and prevent injuries, getting your wrist below toes is key. So this exercise right here is the Jefferson curls, which is in my standards program. It allows you to really, even if you can't get it, it allows you to kind of get that extra range every time you go down. So some people will stop here, but the weight allow you to kind of really get those wrists below your toes. Okay, the standard of my program is 10 kilos per hand, but right now I have 16 to kind of help me get that extra mobility when I'm going down. I recommend staying down here, 3-second pause to kind of round yourself up. So for the Jefferson curl, you really want to focus on form more than weight, you know? So really focus on engaging those abs, rounding that spine down, slow, and then just allowing those weights to kind of pull you down to a certain point and kind of just sit in it, 3-second pause at the bottom. Wrist below toes is the standard. Round that spine up, one vertebrae at a time. So I feel like really maintaining that for a lifetime is the goal, and this exercise is probably one of the ones that I really feel like will help you do that. So yeah, shout out B.
That's amazing. Derek sets that next level standard. I'm 33, he's 46, he's paving the way.
Yes,
so we know where to go. Makes me more optimistic about the next decade. Yeah. Amazing work.
Appreciate you, man. Wrist below toes.
Another way to train the rounded position, the main one I do is using a back extension machine. At the bottom, I feel super safe. I can also add load to it. My standard is 1/4 of my body weight for 20 reps. Notice what Connor's doing. He was resisting the back rounding. So for us, it's the context. It's not like only the back extension. Yeah, if I had no back exercises, I'd rather have a back extension than nothing. But for us, it's the context, rounding, and then also resisting rounding. A little note on this is that because of the handles, it scales to almost anyone. So yeah, I'm crazy enough to think if you have a TV in your house, you should have a back extension in your house. I think of this like a household product. The whole family can use it. You can see visual of my mom doing this. She just maintains her body weight nice full range of motion, good strengthening.
And while Ben's standard is body weight for 12 reps, because my goals involve power and strength to weight ratio, I would do less reps, but continue to increase the weight further and further. So like you would see me do about 1.5 times my body weight, but for only 5 reps. And you can continue to increase and increase, but being able to do the bent back with a lower weight will allow you to take heavier weights with a straight back further.
Since Connor didn't have a lot to say, let's cue the Connor Barth dunk montage right now. So this exercise could be used for anything from flexibility, strength, maintenance of strength, or progressive overload for even more explosion. While we're watching this, just
And for further context, I'm going to show you how you can use the same exercises but for muscle growth. So remember, when you're trying to grow muscle, you need to eat more. You need to eat more protein and have enough calories to allow the body, the surplus, to grow. And you need to challenge the resistance that you're using. So I will use the same as Connor, 1.5 times body weight or more. And I will now increase my tension. So I'm going slower. I'm going more reps, 8, 10, 12 reps. And I, as opposed to a deadlift where people just drop the weight, they come up, drop the weight, I'm actually fighting and keeping that tension. More time under tension with more protein and more calories will equal muscle growth. But not only can I grow muscle, because of the nature of the exercises and the pure form, I will also gain flexibility and athleticism. So I can also dunk, do the splits, and grow muscle. So the full context, depending on your goals, the ATG system can be used for that.
yeah, I love it. Mobility,
Yeah.
athleticism, muscle tissue. We're actually all doing that, but crafting it to how we want. So your goals are your goals, and that's why we're giving you this full presentation. It's not really the ATG standard, it's the ATG standards, plural, of, all right, what is my mom maintaining? What do my kids want to maintain? What does Fernando do to be able to build muscle tissue, but in a way that he's putting physics in his favor to protect his spine, protect his knees, be athletic. So that was great demonstration.
And my standard is, I didn't actually say this,
Yeah.
right now it's about 315 for 10 reps. That's my, like, if 315.8 is my minimum.
Yeah. My mom
working
can't do
out-
315 for 8. There's it's kind of common sense here. Certain amounts of loading on tissues has certain muscle potential.
Right.
But different people can do the same exercise.
Right.
On this one, my mom uses about 10 pounds per hand, no standard. My personal standard is 37.5% of my body weight per hand, so 75% total. It's another stretch strength exercise. I'm trying to keep my chest up as I lower down to stretch my inner thighs. And I use dumbbells because you can get tired, you can set them down. Now Fernando's going to show some context on that.
So I like to use the barbell because I can load more comfortably. So once you've mastered that and you need more or want more load, then a barbell is a good idea. So I personally right now like to use either my body weight for 5 reps or 135 for 8 to 12 reps. And I actually personally use a little bit of incline because I have some tightness in my hips to give full
Let's gradually
truth
come around
there.
here.
And so I like this. This gives me a real goal
Nice.
to get all the way down. But the beauty of this is if you're a giant lineman or very tight, strong but tight, you can go like this and still get really good work and make sure you're getting as much range as you can. Or if you're very flexible, now need to get stronger, you can push that limit. So I will spend half my sets usually trying to get down to that deep position. I feel nice stretch in the inside of my hip here.
Wow.
But there you go.
That's amazing work, amazing intent. And this is a great example. If I was an NFL lineman and I'm facing someone 300 pounds here who's trying to destroy my body, I'm probably safer by pushing my strength levels to pretty superhuman levels. My mom, for her lifestyle, trying to do this would be less safe than using a lighter weight. So it's really like with ATG, we think of it in terms of like, what are your demands in life? And then what do we have to do in training to improve the physics of it, basically?
Right.
So for me, for basketball, I haven't found that loading with the barbell is necessary for my goals. I'm jumping the best of my life, feel incredible. I can tire myself out with the dumbbells. Fernando, for more muscle mass, also coming from a football background where it's not just, oh, my knees feel good. It's, oh, someone 300 pounds is trying to crush me. Barbell might be a good idea.
Yeah, that's, so barbell is a great tool for like higher loads. It's that simple, right? I'm 210 pounds. I squat 450. I need, if I'm gonna go 225, that's a lot of weight to hold in the hand. So sometimes there's a point where it becomes more efficient to use the barbell. But like you said, for most, it's actually not needed. So again, your goals will determine what style of good morning you do. Ben's gonna show.
This is a point though, which is just to show that as the dumbbells get bigger,
Yes.
usually they get taller, meaning the heavier Fernando goes, it would start to limit his range. Now he could
Raise the bench.
elevate the bench or use our mobility box and elevate
straps.
and then lift up his feet.
Yeah.
So it's like,
There's always ways around it.
yeah, but even that's a lot of work. So for him, this is actually simpler: bench, bar, and he can then, because with your football lineman, yeah, we found that this is amazing. You can get here, you can work from the level that you can handle without being in an awkward position. So yeah,
And the loading on the upper spine as opposed to the hands, it also gives a little bit, like in football, when you're getting hit from the shoulders down. So there's just a high
this is more challenging.
It's more challenging.
Yeah.
It's a higher translation to a kind of advanced sport like football.
Yep.
So it's just a full context there.
Yep. I love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can see all our standards programs in the app. I have my baseline standards in an article. So you go to the description right now. You can see all our longevity standards, full program, all my base standards. And then in the app, we want to provide you service. So you can enter your body weight, spit out your goals. You can follow my program. You can follow the program my mom does and that my kids are working toward. You can follow Derek's program. Fernando's standards are going up there. So it's really, that's the way we think of it, is we're trying to make sure we don't have any secrets. And then what you pay for is service. So thanks for watching.